But that being said, I know we're a little bit early. Do we want to pull Chris in and get the rodeo started here with some fun orbit discussion?
Dude, let's
I, s-
do
I
it.
see a head shake.
Let me
Yes.
set my
So
orbit. Let me set my orbit. Here we go. Going with Chris's theme for his website. I'm ready. Let's do it.
there we go. What's up,
Hi there.
Chris?
Yeah.
How you doing, buddy?
What up?
Good. How are you?
Hi.
Not bad at all.
What was that?
Good morning. How
I
are you?
love it. I love it. Oh my God, Chris, you're missing the most important one though. I'll tell you. Hold on.
Oh God.
I can't get my buttons now.
It's not a tumor.
It's not a
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Oh my God. Honestly,
Hell no!
I need to watch Kindergarten Cop, and I say this frequently, and I never follow through. But that is like one of the best movies ever. Oh my God, dude,
Yeah,
how you
I'm having
doing?
fun with this soundboard. I'm good, man. How are you? How are you guys doing?
We are
been a while.
living,
Great.
dude. Yeah, no, we're 12 hours into a 24, so you're coming in right at the halfway mark, which is always
12
exciting.
hours?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Chris,
Dude,
Chris,
I mean,
it's
you-
been a while, bro.
It has
Yeah,
been a bit.
It's been a
has,
minute.
right?
It's been a minute.
It was
Yeah.
it was V8, right? We had you on a
Yeah, it was
V8.
V8. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, the V8 launch, and then
Gosh.
after that, I kind of went into hermit mode. Yeah, I just went through some personal stuff, family stuff, but I just thought it'd be best to kind of lay low and grow my best attempt at a beard.
There you go.
It looks good.
It's not bad.
There you
I
go.
mean,
It's coming-
compared to what it was
coming-
before. Before I had nothing. I had peach
Yeah.
fuzz. I used to be
Nice.
able to count, and I'm like, I'm up to 10, and I got really excited about that. So
Nice.
Oh man, I love it.
I'll take what I can get.
Dude, you know
Well,
what
we're
you
glad
could
to
do?
have you back on the scene for sure.
You know what you could do, buddy? You could just do what
Yes,
I
sir.
do. You could just do what I do and create your own beard.
That works.
You don't
Yeah,
have to worry about it. You know, I even
I-
have a nice puff do.
I haven't installed those yet.
Yeah,
There you go.
Don't do it. Don't do
But I
it.
should get on it. I should get on it. You're right. You're right.
I like how we're on the same page.
This is really creepy. Welcome to the dark side of Deckin
I like
Around.
that, man. I love it.
Dude, there's so many like Steve and I were matching voices and faces the other day. So he'd come up with a voice, I'd come up with a voice, and he'd come up with the face, and they were pretty spot
Holy
on.
shit!
But I'll be
Steve.
honest, it was
That's
like
spot on, right? That's spot. Ty, you gotta put your
Scary,
voice on.
bro.
Hold on.
Yeah, right.
That's scary, bro.
Hi, my name is Steve. How you guys doing today?
Jesus, scary.
It's like a nightmare walk.
I don't even
Yeah,
want to
it
look at
is.
it. Okay, good. It's gone.
That one is scary.
He had
dude.
some
I have a
ones the
couple-
other day that were like horrifying, and I'm like, please don't do that one again. Like
I
I
have
don't,
a-
I
this
don't do
one's
that
not
one.
scary. This one's scary too.
Jesus. Here,
It
let me give
looks
you
like
a
it-
sound effect for that. There we go. Yep.
That's a good one.
Jesus.
See, this is the
Crazy.
problem with it. You can just devolve into like literally nothing but faces and voices all day, and it's the best thing
Yeah,
in the
dude.
world.
Yo, I came to play. So
Hey,
I got
can't. Mine does not have a long enough cable, but I literally just got mine the other day too.
yeah, dude. It's a lot of
They are
fun.
dangerously fun. They are dangerously fun. I have to say.
Yeah.
Dude, so here's what I'm excited to talk to you about today. I stumbled across you streaming on Facebook the other day. I was like,
Hmm.
I'm gonna pop in and say hi to Chris while he's streaming, playing a little Warzone and killing it on
Mhm.
Warzone. First off, Bo and I play Warzone pretty regularly. I know you played with Bo in the past, and we'll
Mhm.
be doing stuff. And I swear to God, at least 3 times a week, Bo's first things out of his mouth, he's like, "Dude, did you see what Chris did the other day? This dude's killing it out there. He's taking on quads in Warzone and whooping their asses." And I'm like, man, but we can't even come in better than 50th on duos. What are we doing wrong? But dude,
Yeah.
how's the
Honestly,
honestly treating you?
Dude, streaming life is fun, bro. Like I got to this point where I asked myself, I was like, yo, Chris, what do you want to do? Like, just if like what just answer the question. Very simple. What do you want? What would you like to do? What would bring you joy? And I was like, I want to stream. And I'm like, all right, self, how are we gonna do this? We have to upgrade our whole system. So I upgraded literally every possible thing I could. So
Nice.
I dropped a ass load of cash at the project, and now I have everything that I need. So I have all the gear that professional streamers have and more. So yeah, I mean that's step one is getting all the gear. Step two is actually putting in the time. But I don't know. I got to this point where I was like, I was watching other streamers, and I think because of the pandemic, it kind of gave birth to this streaming phenomenon. I know that streaming's been around for a while now, but the pandemic kind of gave it a thrust into like the limelight. So everybody's a streamer now, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw some of my favorite streamers, and I was like, yo, I want to do that. I could do that. Like, I've been playing this game forever with no audience, and I would play it regardless. So why not just hit record and have people watch me play and see if anything funny happens? And
Dude, I gotta say, you have some great strategy with it too, because honestly, like, there's a lot of people out there, and I think this is actually one of the cool things about streaming is you don't even need to be good at the game. You are good at the game, so you have an inherent advantage there. But there are people who, from the streaming point of view, it's all about the personality and the interaction and building that out, because you could be a mediocre streamer, but you play that up and you do great with it, you know?
Right. Yeah. I know a lot of streamers that they're not good like at the game, but they're entertaining as hell to watch. They're funny as shit. And it's just hilarious to watch, and it's like I can't look away. I remember the first streamer I saw, what was his name? Damn it, I forgot. I'm forgetting it right now. Hitman Gaming, I believe it is. So he's horrible at the game, but it's just hilarious to like hear him commentating. Like, he's like, I'm the best there is. There's nobody that could beat me. He's like, oh shit. He gets headshotted one shot. He's like, he just like looks at the camera. He's like, fuck. All right. Well, let's just try again. You know, it's really funny. But I don't know. Like, me personally, I like watching streamers that are good. Because it's all about skill for me. Like, I naturally flock towards skill. So whoever has a lot of skill, I flock in that direction, because that's hard. It's earned. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've been playing for a long time, and for a while I was like, Warzone, like, what's that? Like, I'll play Modern Warfare, I'll play regular Call of Duty, but I don't like battle royale games. I'm like, it's cheesy. But then I started getting really good at multiplayer on Modern Warfare, and then it got to this point where it got boring, and I was like, I'm gonna win this match. Like, I don't know. It just kind of lost the allure. And then a buddy of mine is just like, yo, try Warzone. I was like, okay. I tried it. I'm like, I hate Warzone. I suck at it. I was like, wait a minute. Hold on. There's something here. What if I just put in a shitload of time and effort and play it like it was a giant chessboard? So essentially it's 150 people on a giant map for people who regular people out there who don't play Warzone, who have their lives together. So Warzone is just a 150 person map. It's huge. And the idea is to be the last one standing, and the circle gets, smaller and smaller and smaller. It's a 30-minute match. And the objective is to stay alive and be the winner. It's like the ultimate bragging rights if you win a match. It's hard. It's very hard to do. It took me months to win my very first match. And then like one time I won it just by like camping. I'm like, maybe I'll just try this strategy. I hear campers are like the cancer of the game. So I was like, whatever, I'll just do it. And so I did it and I won. And I was like, that win didn't feel
it wasn't
good.
as like satisfying. Yeah.
And I was like, I don't ever want to do that again. So I never did. So every other win after that, I've just been aggressive as hell. But I play it like chess. It's all strategy, So, but now I've had the streaming aspect to it, which it's so much fun. Like, I'm loving it. Like, I hit record, I turn on Streamlabs and OBS, and I have everything all set up. I have the lights turned on. I'm like, let's go, like let's have some fun. So it's nice, because in the card world, you have to be on. You have to make sure you don't flash. You have to make sure every angle is perfect and it syncs perfectly with the song. And it's just hours of editing. And it's just like, Jesus, I want to just like toss, the stream on and then just freestyle it and just kind of wing it. So whatever happens in the game, that's what happens. And whatever I say, whatever comes out of my mouth, that's what comes out of my mouth. So no editing, no nothing. So I like that. It's kind of raw. But it's a lot of fun. I'm having fun. So
nice. That's cool.
Yeah. What about you guys?
We're enjoying life, man. Yeah, the 24 hours been taking up a big amount of our time recently, planning all this, getting it together. But I gotta say, it's been things have been good. We're really getting geared up for what 2022 is gonna bring, ramping things up a little bit. And yeah, man, we're excited to see where the community is going with it, though. Too honestly, you guys dropped your Christmas deck recently, which was exciting. Yeah. How was that for you guys? This was your first kind of like holiday oriented deck, right?
Yeah, it was the first one. When we made the Aesop Rock orbits, we sold out in like 5 minutes or something insane like that. But a lot of people they would go around bragging about that. But me, I was just like, damn it. Like I have some personal stock that I can help with, like this, like people who didn't get a chance, or, I sent it over to Art of Play, and it was just kind of like a nightmare, and I don't ever want to do that again. So that's why we printed 10,000. And when it didn't sell out in like 10 minutes, I was actually happy. I was like relieved.
Yeah.
And all those people, I had messages from people that are like, hey, can you just put a hold on this for me? I won't be able to purchase it until later in the day. I hope that you could do that. And I was like, shit, I think 10,000 is enough. That's enough. Yeah. And I was right. So it was enough. So I think we have like, I think we have about 1,000 left.
Nice.
Rough. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So and Art of Play is moving so fast. So they're moving so quick of pushing out all the domestic orders. So I want them to all have it before Christmas. And obviously I want the international orders to get it too, but I don't know if it's that's realistic.
Not feasible nowadays. Not right now.
Yeah, it's tough to go international
hard
these days.
It's hard,
Yeah.
Yeah. So
unfortunately.
The Christmas deck went well. We rented a cabin. Lars, me, Trevor, and Aslan. So we rented a giant ass cabin in Tahoe.
It looked nice.
And yeah, so we were looking for a while, and I had the boys helping me like scout. And then Lars found this one spot. He's like, "What about this? Is it too expensive?" I'm like, "No." I was like, it's 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, and it lined up perfectly with a big ass storm. I don't know if you guys are keeping up to date with Steve. You're Bay Area, right? Yeah. So the storm that hit, it's currently engulfing Tahoe. It may have passed already. I'm not sure, but basically it was supposed to bring like 8 feet of snow or something. So we were there at the very start of it. So at the very beginning, and I'm like, I mean, this is good. We're going to get some snow shots, but we also got to get the hell out of here because it's scheduled to get really bad in the next 6 hours. So let's dip. Let's get our shots and get the hell out of here because I don't want any roads to be closed, and I got to get these guys home.
Yeah.
So
it looked like a fun time though.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, dude. But like the first night, we got there like I think like 8 p.m., 9 p.m., something like that, and we went to bed somewhat early. It was like around midnight. But when I went to bed, it was so windy, you guys. The cabin was like creaking. It felt like it was moving, and we're on the side of a cliff. I don't know if you saw the aerial footage from an Orbit Christmas, the little video we put together.
Yeah.
So that was mad sketch. I was like, it was so loud. I was like, am I going to be able to sleep through? I can sleep through a dump truck driving through my living room. But with that, like, I don't know. Like, I was a little worried, honestly. I didn't want the guys to see that because I'm the older one. I'm the elder. I'm supposed to keep it together. And I'm like, oh, this is perfectly fine. If, if we the
like
house breaks off into the abyss. Yeah. Yeah, we should have. Yeah. For support. No, but then when I woke up, there wasn't any wind at all. And it was, I think 8 a.m. when I woke up, and it was just very light snow. I was like, oh my God, this is great. I was like, get the drone out. So the boys were already up. They made me coffee. It was great. So it was cool, dude. We had a good time.
Nice.
It was, I tried to make sure that it wasn't just business. Like I was like, yo, let's just chill, like let's just have fun. I mean, we did film a bunch. There's a bunch of stuff that didn't make it to the final cut, but
it's always how it works.
Yeah, but I picked the best of the best, and I'm happy with it. So
yeah,
nice, man.
Yeah, I'm proud of it.
My favorite was like the last 20 seconds. You like throwing cards at them, then throwing cards at you. It was fun.
Yeah. Well, that one I was just like, yo, let's put it on the slider, and let's just hang. Let's just forget that the camera's there.
Yeah, that's
and I was like, here, yeah. It was just
stuff
impromptu.
that's more fun, the candid stuff that you can just
do
whatever.
I did not tell Aslan to put a banana on his head and then throw the banana at me. I didn't tell him to do that. His
the
weird
look
ass
on you was like, did you really just do that?
I loved it. I was like, hey, that's good content. Thanks, bro.
That was funny. That was good.
Yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it. So how excited are you looking forward into 2022 with all of the kind of things going on for you right now? Obviously, Orbit's doing really well. The brand itself is taking a lot of momentum behind it and driving forward. Again, first holiday deck. That's exciting. You got a lot of big things planned for next year?
Yeah. There's a bunch of things that are happening.
Nice.
It's pretty crazy stuff. So I think right now we have 2 decks right now that I want to pay for before the month is over, for tax purposes. I think that's going to help me out a lot. But
Yeah.
yeah, so there's 2 decks that are already in the pipeline. I already gave them to USPC.
And their pricing goes up in January. So
Again?
Oh, really?
yeah, you'll save money if you pay before the end of the year.
Oh.
Fuckers.
All right. Well,
tax
here's
benefits and
8
USPCC
more decks.
benefits.
Yeah. Yeah. So I have a few decks already in the pipeline, and then
Nice.
next month I'm trying to wrap up the 3rd one, and then start, like, I think we're like 50% of the way through like the 4th and 5th one. And then I'm also going to be meeting with Ben Dominguez. He's my my director of photography, that was on the set of OJ7, and we're going to be coming together and brainstorming for Orbit Jam 8. The
Nice.
storyline has to continue, and it's got to
Awesome.
expand. It's got to make OJ7 look like OJ1. So that's the goal.
Damn.
So I know it's every single time we make an Orbit Jam, we're like, all right, we just have to one up this next year, and it's like, yo, how the hell are we gonna do this? Like, this is like the maximum to our abilities right now, you know. So yeah, each year it's just like we keep pushing ourselves. So
Cool.
yeah, it's gonna be dope. So it's very busy. There's a lot of things that are happening. Yeah, the streaming is just kind of like just for fun, you know. And if I just so happen to go pro with it someday, maybe, I don't know. I'm not counting on it. I just do it for fun. But if that takes off, who knows? Like, I know Stone Mountain, I think he makes like 40 to 50 grand a month.
That's
I believe.
crazy.
Jesus.
Dude, streamers
So-
can make serious cash. No joke about it, man.
Yeah.
crazy.
I think that's on the low end too, as far as like the top streamers go. I think Dr. Disrespect gets way more on
Yeah.
YouTube, bro. It's crazy. It's
And
crazy.
a lot of them diversify out too, so they're making revenue on other streams as well. So not just the streaming itself. So they end up making a lot of money. Have you given any thought to the idea of maybe even bringing some of those like big names in gaming into your side of it to kind of collab there? So maybe doing like, you know, a Dr. Disrespect deck under the Orbit brand, something like that.
I've already thought about it actually, and I reached out to Stone Mountain's team. I
Nice.
feel like Stone Mountain he's very likable. He's been around for a while. He's got some, you know, a lot of his content is pretty family friendly. I love Dr. Disrespect just because of how like insane he is.
Yeah.
But I have a few streamers that I like. But I reached out to Stone's team, and they responded back within seconds, and they're like, yes, and they're like, yeah, we'll do a deck with you. I was like, okay,
That's dope.
all right.
That's dope.
So I mean, that hasn't even like been official yet. Like, we haven't even like started like getting on the drawing board with it yet. It's just right now, like, I'm trying not to overload all of the collabs, because I think I have like 20 in my wish list, but I haven't reached out to all of them yet. I've reached out to like maybe 4, and I'm working on them first, and then I'll kind of work, because it doesn't make sense to be like, hey, do you want to come out with a deck together in 2 years? You know, like,
Right, yeah,
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So
When's the Atmosphere deck coming out?
that is not public.
That was a get, dude. You got to do one with Atmosphere. It's a no-brainer. You got to.
Oh, is that a guess?
Yeah, of course it's a guess. No, when did you ever?
Oh, I know. No, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
How
that'd be
would
great if
how
I
would
could
know?
swing that.
How would I
That'd be
know?
great if I could swing that. That'd be great if I could swing that. Who
Oh,
knows?
yeah,
Maybe someday.
All right, I look.
Damn it, Steve. That's all right.
Damn it, Steve! You're the one who kind of blew it. Dude, that's exciting.
All right.
Good for you, man. I'm excited. Like, literally, once I saw Aesop Rock, I was like, oh man. Once you get one of them, you could do all of them. That's the cool thing about.
Yeah. What's cool about
They're-
Rhymesayers
they're
is like they're very open to it.
Yeah.
And I spoke with like some of the founders of Rhymesayers, and I'm like, yo, the very first album I ever played in my first car, which was a 1992 Acura Integra. The first album was God Loves Ugly
Nice.
from Atmosphere.
That's one of
So
the first songs I heard was Guns and Cigarettes from him.
Yeah, it was a cassette tape. So
That's
I mean, it's an Acura Integra. It's 1992. So yeah,
Dude,
it was cassette.
Listen, I photographed them a couple times. And the photo pass, you got to put this in the deck. The photo pass says, if you find me on the stage, kick me in the nuts.
Ah,
I don't know if USPC will let me print that.
Oh, they probably wouldn't, huh? Yeah, they probably won't.
I gotta sneak it in like subliminally.
there you
Yeah.
go.
Make it UV
Yeah.
spotting, like you have to put a light on it and see it.
Yeah, there we
You
go.
could do
They probably still see it,
diptych
though.
Joker, so you split it so where it's like kick me is on one side and nuts is on the other. And if you do it together, it's fine, but
Yeah.
might sneak past. You'd have to see.
Yeah. I think
Yeah, that's
that
an
just
idea.
saying the word nuts wouldn't fly.
I mean,
What if we
It's
just spelled
funny,
it
though.
differently?
Yeah, and UTZ.
Like GNUTS?
GNUTZ.
Like, or Z, yeah. So the G is silent.
That's funny.
oh
That
my
might work.
God. You could
Yeah.
definitely figure something out. I mean, listen, Chris, I know you're a creative guy. You could definitely figure it out.
That's
Yeah, dude,
I'm
so-
excited for you, man. That's exciting.
Yeah, a lot is happening. A lot is happening. And it's
Good.
not just cards anymore. Like now it's other things. I wish I could tell you more.
I mean, you can. You're the boss.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, just basically it's so instead of just like expanding on one plane, the objective is to expand on like 10 different planes. So like there's orbit pictures, there's orbit wear. So orbit wear is kind of like a new frontier within orbit. A lot of companies they include merch as kind of an afterthought, and they're like, you know what, let's throw a hoodie in there, let's throw a beanie in there, let's throw a hat in there and a shirt and call it a day. But I'm trying to solidify like a legitimate clothing line. So like an actual clothing line, not like, oh, this is Orbit decks and also some clothes, like
Right.
that have Hanes on the tag. It's going to be 100% custom, specifically just for Orbit. So we got 200 hoodies coming next month.
Nice.
Yeah. So the one that I'm wearing right now is the actual prototype. So this prototype was like a sample, and it's corduroy, and it's very it's 90s, so it feels very
Super
90s.
comfy.
It's so comfy. Oh my God, I love this hoodie. So yeah, one of the Orbit designs is going to be on this hoodie. So this
That's
color, this everything, I love it. It's so comfy. I've been wearing it around everywhere.
Dude, you know what you should do? I'll put you in touch with this. It's like probably the most popular. I mean, I don't want to say clothing brand, but the most popular brand within the jiu-jitsu community. It's Show Your Roll and AP, two different companies, but they're sister brother companies, and they do a ton of dope collabs. They do Bear Brick. They've done like other just dope collabs. And I think an Orbit AP or Orbit Show Your Roll collab, they're like the supreme of jiu-jitsu. And it would be
That's
really
badass.
dope. Yeah, they're super dope. They're right up your alley. I think they do big patches on their gis. I'll send you the links and stuff and show you, and I'll put you in touch with the owners. And,
that's sick.
Yeah.
And you yourself practice martial arts?
Yeah, I train. I haven't trained since COVID, but
yeah,
COVID's
understandably.
started. But
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I actually did Kempo. I studied Kempo when I was a kid, Kempo karate.
I did too. That's what
Oh,
I got.
yeah?
That's what got me into martial arts was Kempo.
Ed
Kempo
Parker.
and Kung Fu.
Hell yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was into that for I think 5 years or something like that. I was pretty
Nice.
young, but I made it to I think it was brown belt, 3rd degree brown belt or something like that. And it was right before black. And then I moved away out of that city. So I just never completed it, and I never went back. But yeah, I have good memories. I found some old an old VHS tape of me graduating from one belt to the next, and it's a trip to see how tiny I was. It's crazy, bro. Dude, the older you get, the more your childhood starts to look like a movie that you haven't seen in decades, and you're like, oh, that was a different life. That's not me. That's not me. That's somebody else like
Yeah.
decades ago. But it's
That's
weird.
funny.
Like, I don't know about you guys, but I still make faces in the mirror. I still, I do all that shit. I think I was always afraid of being like a typical adult when I was a kid, and I'm like, I cannot lose this. I cannot lose this childhood, this child inside of me. Can't lose it. And so
Yeah.
now I'm an adult. I'm 35, and it's like I'm still that kid, but now like other adults listen to what I have to say. That's the difference. So when I was a kid, they're just like, yeah, all right. Somebody get this little shit out of my face, please.
I mean, I
Jesus.
think there's a difference between being immature and just being a mature kid. You know, like understanding
Mhm.
like the responsibilities of an adult, but still be a kid at heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's important. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people, especially like when you have a corporate job, it kind of drains you. It kind of like empties your child tank and turns you into,
Yes, it does.
one of the rest. So it's like, what's funny is like every job that I've ever had, every boss, they all knew it. They all knew that the cards were with me, and it's a part of me. So you're not this isn't going away. So if you're hiring me, you're also hiring, fidgeting at my desk or whatever, or doing something weird, involving the customers, right? So I would do that, and it would create more like customer retention. Didn't matter what job I had, and I was able to practice my craft in front of strangers all the time. So it worked out. And in my very last job, I was a leasing consultant selling luxury apartments.
Nice.
And I remember there was a moment during the last, I think it was like maybe like 4 months. And I told my boss, I'm like, I'm on my way out. I hope you know that. Like my orbits they're starting to kick off, and I think the V5s were the V5s were about to launch.
Nice.
And I was like, when this launches, it's going to set a new record that I've never been at this level before. And at that point, I will have enough money to piece out of here, and it will be like feasible, like it'll be doable for me to like live off of orbit. And they were like, yeah, for sure, Chris, you got it. And then towards the end, I think it was like the last like week, like I didn't want to be that guy that like, oh, I put in my 2 weeks, so I'm just not going to do anything for the last like week. I wanted to make sure all of my paperwork, everything was like complete, everything was cool. With that said, there was a few days where literally I think like 100% of the day I was focusing on orbit stuff. Like I was at my computer. I looked so busy, and I was busy, but it was building stuff for the website, establishing a pipeline for contacts for merch, and all this crazy shit. So so now it's at this point where I'm about to have Holly quit her job and have her work for Orbit full time.
Nice.
We're already at that
Amazing.
point. Like it's already doable, but I have to get her insurance lined up properly because she has MS. So she, like when we first heard about it, it was just like super scary, and we're like, oh, what does that mean? You're gonna die tomorrow. I'm gonna miss you. Like, it was like the end of the world. But then you learn more about it, and you get more education on it, and you're like, oh, okay, so we could do treatments and like twice a year, and then she could feel better. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, all right, let's do that. So we've been doing that, and she feels great. She feels better now than before she was diagnosed. And it's like it's invisible. Like nobody knows. Like she gets 2 infusions per year. So every 6 months. And the infusions last maybe like 4 hours. She just shows up at the Stanford Medical Center, and she just goes in there, street clothes, just hanging out on like a couch, just like chilling, like on a recliner. And she's like on TikTok, and she's just talking to me. And I haven't been able to go with her the past few times because of COVID. So she's just been chilling. She, like, took a nap, and then they're like, okay, you're good to go. And she's like, okay. And that's it. Nice. And then she feels like a little sleepy for like the day. And the next day, maybe she's got like a little bit of a headache, but then it's like fine. Then she feels great. And she feels like she's full of energy. Before, she would go to sleep and then like have a full night's rest. She'd wake up, and then like in the morning time, she'd still be tired. Like she just couldn't get enough. She never could get enough. She was like
Did
always
she have
tired.
sleep
Like,
apnea, waking up in the middle of the night because she just wasn't well?
no, it's just I think it was her brain just kind of, because MS is your brain attacking itself,
Right.
and causing lesions like on the brain, and then those lesions eventually you get a bunch of them if it goes untreated. If it goes untreated
Right.
for too long, then you start noticing like impairments. You start noticing like this finger doesn't really bend like it used to. What the hell is going on?
Right.
And then so some people, they're like, I don't want to do treatments. I don't want to do that. Because back in the day, if you got MS in like the 70s, dude, good luck. Like you had like maybe one option. That's pretty much it. You had to get a blue jay to peck out the blood of your, no, I'm just kidding. So, um, but yeah, so that's, I mean, in the 90s, Copaxone came along, and then Tecfidera came along after, and then now there's Ocrevus. There's a bunch of like new ones that are like so good, and it's like you can live just a regular normal life, and it's better than normal actually, because she's on like a higher dose of vitamin D as well. So most people have a vitamin D deficiency. Most people do, but they don't know it.
Right.
So because like they did some research and they found out that a higher dose of vitamin D is the equivalent to taking Copaxone, which was like one of the very first treatments, and it was like a daily injection. Like, dude, that's crazy.
Jeez, that's a
You
lot.
have to inject yourself daily. Like, dude, that's
why
nightmare.
people didn't want to do treatments.
Exactly. So with now it's just 2 infusions, once every 6 months, and then it's just like no pills that she has to take, no nothing. Like she's great. And then they got an MRI, and they found out that she has no new lesions, nothing new. So that's how they know it's working. So they're like, they're cheering when they see that, and so am I. I'm like, oh hell yeah. So
That's
Good
awesome.
for you guys. That's awesome.
yeah. So so I have to get her on insurance. That's her treatments without insurance, I want to say, come out to $500,000 a year.
What?
Yeah, it's something like, I think it's like $500,000. So people, my international friends who have universal healthcare, number one, I envy you, and number two, that's real. So about I'm rounding here, but it's about $500,000 a year.
That's crazy.
So, but because she's on like good insurance, she, it's nothing out of pocket, so it's all taken care of. But it's nuts. So I got to get that situated, and once that's situated, then she can, she could dip out of her job and then, help me on the front lines of Orbit, and she could, take over Orbit Wear and then all the customer support, and then be a stay-at-home dog mom, and then we could start trying for kids. So that's the plan.
Oh, little Orbit babies running around.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's the plan, and I'm really excited about that.
Nice.
How the pups doing, man?
They're good, bro. They're good. Yeah, Dexter and Peachy. Today is Peachy's birthday. She's 3 today.
Oh,
Happy
crazy.
birthday, Peachy. That's awesome, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, she's
still a
3.
youngin'.
Yeah, she's still a spring chicken. And then Dexter's
It's past
5.
2 though, so that's good.
Yeah, but they're great. Like, yeah.
They loving it.
So,
I mean, you've been in your new house for a while now, but they loving
how's
the
the
whole
new joint?
having property and all that fun stuff.
Well, so the thing is, in the Bay Area, buying a house is not, it's not really doable. Like, it is doable if you like were like born into it. Like, oh, I bought my house in the 70s when it cost $75,000. But now in the Bay, most houses are between 1.4 to 2 million.
Jeez.
So if I were to pack up and just like go to like Sacramento or something like that, I could get a dope house. I could get a giant like house. I could pay cash for it even. But the thing is, I'd be away from my family. I'd be away from Holly's family. Like my whole family's here, and my dad, he has Alzheimer's. So I'd like to stay around. I'd like to be close and help my mom out and stuff. So that's not really an option for me to leave. So the other option was either get another apartment, because Holly is she's a assistant manager for a luxury apartment community, and it's a brand new place. So we could have had a 2-bedroom there at like 20% discount. But even with a 20% discount, it'd be like $2,800 a month for rent. But in the Bay, that's a steal. Believe it or not, that's a steal.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But so basically, obviously, we weren't in a position to buy right this second. So I'm kind of like hoarding my money, and then just so I can drop a ridiculous amount down. So our mortgage payments are like nothing. So and also I'm waiting for like a new huge place here in the Bay. So we're waiting. So we're renting right now, but it's our very first house. So it's our first house experience. So we love it. So yes, it's a small house, but it's kind of dope. It's kind of like, you started here before you got your big house, before you bought your dope house, you know what I mean? And put a bunch of kids in there. So this is doing well. It's doing well for us, and we have a massive front yard, and the dogs love it, and our neighbors are super nice, and it's a good community. What's dope is Holly's parents are literally 7 houses away. Literally.
That's awesome. That's really
so
awesome.
we walk there. Like back in the day, we used to drive to our parents' house for like Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff, and it was like 30-minute drive or whatever. And now it's just a walk. So, and
really
luckily,
awesome.
I love my in-laws. So a lot of people don't. A lot of people are like, "Oh, Jesus Christ! Like, I can't live in the same vicinity. If I can throw a rock and hit their front door, I don't want to live there."
Most people don't want to live 5 hours from them. Never mind.
Yeah,
7 houses. That's great.
But luckily, we have a really good relationship with them. They're dope. They're really cool. I love them.
Nice.
So, yeah, dude. So everything's cool. Like we're chilling. So yeah, things are great.
Nice. That's cool. Oh, dude, we are excited to see what comes out of the pipeline from you next, and especially the wardrobe side. That's going to be fun. Some new gear.
That's a whole new department.
It's exciting.
It's a no-brainer, though. It's definitely a no-brainer. I think it'll be a big space for you guys, and especially seeing collaborations, and because obviously that's something that clothing brands do, and I think it's going to be fun seeing what collaborations happen on that side.
I got some wild ones coming down the pipeline. Obviously I love collabing with rappers, so like my favorite rappers. I'm trying to make a list and find all my favorites and then go after them one by one.
Nice.
And I've been listening to hip hop for like all my life, but I got really into like alternative, like underground hip hop, like conscious hip hop. Like I think it was like 2002 is when I made the dive into that realm, and that's when I discovered Aesop Rock. I discovered Idea and Abilities, Atmosphere, Brother Ali, Immortal Technique, Cannabis.
Immortal Technique
Immortal Technique is so intense.
Yeah.
Jesus,
so intense.
He does a lot for his community. I don't know if you guys know that. He does like food drives, and he does a bunch of really good shit.
Oh, dude, he's always on the front lines helping out and, protesting, just doing everything.
I'm just surprised he hasn't come out with anything new, considering all of the things that have happened over the past couple of years. Like, granted, like I mean, new like album wise, like he hasn't dropped anything official.
Yeah, you're right. Because I feel like during 2016 to 2020, I feel like he could have had a lot to talk about.
that would have been a field day for him.
Yeah, but I think at this point maybe he's just getting older now, and he's trying to focus.
He's probably done, dude.
Helping.
Like,
maybe
he's probably like literally he's done it for so long, and I mean he was so intense, and I think when he's kind of angry. Let's be honest. So I think, which is a good thing, right? But I think when you live in that space for such a long period of time, I would assume eventually you'd just be like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Right. It doesn't feel good.
No. Like, I mean, he was a force for sure. Dude, his voice is like one of the best ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love him. I love let's see. Who else am I listening? I'm listening to a lot of Run the Jewels recently. I'm actually getting into a lot of older music, like 70s. I feel like, dude, if you ever like go back and listen to like some of your favorite songs from the 70s and then go
That's
into
where
those
all
albums.
the rap tunes came from.
You're right. Yeah, like Bob
100%.
James. Bob James had like dozens that that were stolen, and
Dude,
and
even
he's
Earth,
just
Wind,
at
and
this.
Fire.
Yeah,
Like
they're
all
everybody.
that old stuff. They just
Yeah,
took it. A lot of
it's
Motown
it's a
stuff.
sample haven. Yeah, you're right.
I mean,
But
it just happens all the
but
time.
but the reason is in the 70s it was kind of at the height of like technology, and I feel like back then there's more effort. I feel like there was so much effort, and it took like 10 people to come together to make one song. And now you could just be in your basement and chop some shit up, and which, I mean, it's dope in itself, but there's just something different about music from the 70s. So I've been on this, like, I've been going down the rabbit hole, and just trying to find like some classics that I've never heard before. There's a song by Bobby Caldwell, My Flame. So My Flame, if you haven't heard it, you should look it up. It's so hypnotic, like the beat itself, it's just so hypnotic. And it's Bobby Caldwell, What You Won't Do for Love. So, but like that was kind of his biggest hit, What You Won't Do for Love. But then you go into like some of his like obscure stuff, and you're like, holy shit, this is like really good. Like I want to hear more. So
Nice.
I'm trying to go down that rabbit hole and find more stuff, and then apply that to future orbit jams. And I'm trying to expand the audio, the music section of all future orbit jams. So I want to get some rock in there too. Maybe some Megadeth. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, geez, nice.
Maybe. We'll see.
Megadeth.
Definitely some interesting vibes there for sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I feel like every time that we release an orbit jam, I need to do something that is outside of the lines that I set prior, because otherwise it's just the same thing.
Some Tool or some
That'd be cool.
Rage. You still in with that hip hop style, kind of. Not that Tool's hip hop, but they kind of have that edgy kind of vibe.
I mean, shit. I'm all for taking songs that probably don't go with Cardistry and finding a way to do it. Like
you were talking about that last time, actually.
Yeah. Come Softly by the Fleetwoods. So we used that one for an Orbit Jam 7 for Nick and Lucas's part. And that, I feel like that worked beautifully. That worked really well. So yeah, I'm just trying to expand the, broaden the horizons and go into places I've never been before. So
I love how much the music is an inspiration for you, though. Like, it always seems to be something throughout your life that's always there and always inspiring, which is awesome.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it evokes so much emotion. We were talking about it earlier with Luna. It definitely saves lives because the power of emotion that it brings on people.
Right.
It's
but also you can live forever, if you make music. So like I was just talking to who was I talking to? I was talking to my mom, I think, last night. We were on the way to the VA in Palo Alto, and we were listening. Like, my mom likes ABBA, so I'm like, let's put on some ABBA. Like, want to hear some ABBA, Mom? And she's like, whatever, like whatever you. And I was like, I just put it on. I'm like, what's crazy, Mom? This song came out in the 70s, but we're listening to it in 2021. Like, that's crazy. Like, what the hell? Like I was listening to Barry White. Dude, he's been dead for since like 2000. When did he die? 2002, 2004?
God.
I think it was 04. But
2003,
2003, yeah. So I was listening to music by Barry White, and there's some crazy good remixes that I'm like, that's definitely going to go into the next Orbit Jam 100%. So I get super fixated on one song, but I was listening to it. I'm like, yo, this fool's gone, but I'm rocking out to this song right now, and I'm going to play it again, and I'm going to make some food and make some new memories with this song as the catalyst. And he's not even here anymore. Like, that's crazy, dude. That's like, that's the dream. That's my dream. Like, I want to create things that outlive me so that people can still enjoy it after I'm gone. So it's like I'm still here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
dude, that's what it's all about, though. That's that legacy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Well, that's why I've got a lot of things planned for my cousin Jason. I think I told you guys. Did we talk about this?
I
Yep.
think, yeah, you
Well,
mentioned
last-
some of the stuff you had planned there.
Two
Yeah.
times ago. No, it was during V8.
I think it was last time during V8. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Got it.
during-
Yeah.
Showed us the
That's when it was.
picture.
That's when it was like still fresh for me. That's like
Yeah.
he passed away April
It was
11th.
like a month before that, right? Wasn't it?
V8
It was like
it?
super recent, right before you did the drop, wasn't it?
So we did the last day of filming the day he died. So that was the
Yeah.
last day of filming. So it
It was
came
May
out.
20th that we streamed.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was still super fresh for me. But here I am, what, 8 months later, and I think about him every single day, and I may have said this to you guys in the past, that it's kind of like losing a toe and looking down, and like you still feel like that you can move it, but it's not there anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like something is permanently now missing that has
Yeah.
always been there, and now it's not there anymore. So it's bizarre, dude. I think about him every single day. So, but now it's like more like I'm trying to like, live out his legacy. I found a bucket list that he made, and he had a bunch of them crossed off, and there was like 6 of them that he couldn't get crossed off. And so I'm going to go back and I'm going to complete those.
Nice.
So
That's really
I feel
cool,
like
man.
that'll be dope. And one of them is walk the Golden Gate Bridge, like all the way one side and then back. So
nice.
Nice.
I'll be doing that. That'll be
That's
fun.
really cool,
Dude,
man.
the dogs would love that.
Or they'll be shitting themselves the whole time because the bridge moves, bro. Like,
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
I don't know if you've ever walked on it. I haven't walked on it.
I have.
I may have
walked
walked. I've walked a little bit of it when I was a kid. I don't remember it.
it. That's funny.
But yeah, I just remember watching it move, and I'm like, oh, that's not
Yeah.
stable, but it is. So fear
That's
not.
crazy.
That's so funny.
We are gonna kick off this hour's raffle as well. So we actually, this is a
Okay.
fitting of you being on,
Raffle.
Chris, because we have a mixed. What do we have here? I think I called it like mixed decks.
It's it's a mixed half. What is
It's a mixed half brick with, or is it
Half
5
brick,
decks?
I think
okay.
it's 6.
Just a bunch of
so-
cards.
So that's
We have
4.
two of the OPC pepper decks, which were the saucy and the spicy. We have 2 slicer V2s.
There's 2 of each
and
of
we
those.
have 2 of the Orbit V Aesops.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
No. So there's
just one of those.
I think it's 5 decks. 5
All right,
decks.
so it's, I thought so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So-
5 decks. So 4 OPC decks and a V8 Aesop in the mix there. So everyone in the chat, drop !raffle for your chance to win this 5 deck set here. Let's kick it off.
Can I see the comments if I click
Yeah,
this?
if you look
Yeah,
on the
you can
right hand
click
side,
it.
you should be able to see the comments. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yo, what
Yeah.
up, everybody? What up? Sorry, I've just been in the zone.
Dude, nothing
Whoa,
wrong
there's a
with
bunch of
that.
comments.
Oh, there's a ton of comments.
Yo, what's up, guys? Well, here, let me say that correctly.
What's up, guys?
I love it. Dude, you cannot go wrong with Arnold sound bites ever. They're
I also
so
have
good.
Duke, I have Duke Nukem as well.
Oh my god.
It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum. And
Dude,
I'm
it's
all
like
out of gum.
Old school.
That sounds like Jackson.
That's a phrase from what's that movie? The Others.
Is it?
Yeah.
Let me see.
It's time to kick A and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Hmm.
That's from the movie The
Nice.
Others with What's his fame? Roddy Piper.
Oh, jeez. John
Wow.
Anderson just said, Papa Orbit just ordered my Christmas decks. First Orbit decks to join my card collection.
No way. Hell yeah.
Crazy. Not your
Hell
last,
yeah.
that's for damn sure.
Yeah, welcome. Welcome to the Orbit fam.
Dude,
Yeah.
no doubt about it. You're gonna love them, and you're definitely gonna be coming back all the time.
Yep.
Dude, I love how these turned out. Like every Orbit deck that arrives, I always get so nervous, and I'm like, please feel good, please look good, please have nothing missing. Like I'm like, oh god, please. And every time I'm satisfied, but like this time I was just like, I opened it, I was like, oh yeah, this is it. This feels so good. Like I love these so much.
I'm
Like
so
right out
glad
of the
you're,
box, they're so
you're a
silky.
fan of
I love
blue,
them.
dude. I'm really
Yeah.
I'm really glad you're a fan of blue.
Yeah.
Steve would be sad if all the orbit decks were red tones.
Yeah, I'd be bummed out.
I just got to be careful where I flourish these in Compton.
There you go. Dude, no, they're definitely good looking decks. And honestly, it was interesting to again, like, what was the inspiration on the holiday deck? Have you always wanted to kind of do a holiday deck, or did this just kind of come to you?
Yeah, so I think you guys know this. I'm an atheist, but I have always loved Christmas because that's family. It's there he is. There's Santa himself.
Steve
So-
makes a oddly good Santa Claus.
It's very scary.
The Jewish Santa. It's kind of a cross between Santa and Hanukkah Harry.
Saint Nicholas scheme.
I love it.
Yeah.
So for me, like Christmas even when I was a kid, it was never religious for me. It was more like, hey, let's all hang out, eat food, and give gifts to each other. And that was basically all it was for me, you know. And so here I am as an adult, and I still watch Christmas movies. I'll have Home Alone playing in the background, The Grinch, all the classics. And like Christmas Vacation, Chevy Chase, it's so funny, dude. Like it's never not funny. So
I don't know how many times I'm driving. That's one movie that you're always gonna quote from when you're driving around a rotary, right?
Yes.
I don't care if you're 20, if you're 50, if you've ever seen that movie and you're driving through a rotary, whether someone's in your car or not, you've always said, not always every time, but there's been one time where you've done it and you'd say, Big Ben kids, Parliament. Am I right?
Wait, what? No. This is you're thinking of
You're thinking European
vacation?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm thinking
European.
Europe, but
Yeah,
same
Christmas
thing.
Vacation.
It's same thing.
I don't know.
Vacation.
Movies.
Christmas
It's-
Vacation is on another level.
National Lampoons.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. You're right. Yeah, it's a different level. Yeah,
Yeah, I
Christmas
mean, if you look at
Vacation
what
is-
National Lampoons puts out now, you wouldn't say they're the same thing, Steve.
No,
Yeah.
no, but that doesn't count. I'm talking like the old Chevy Chase ones, the originals.
Yeah, I think Christmas Vacation takes it, hands down. European
Yeah, I
was a
don't
good one, but
European was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, European was good. Just the regular Vacation was good. Wally World.
Yeah.
I grew
Those
up on
three
all
were
that
good.
stuff.
Those three were good.
Yeah.
Anything after that were terrible.
that was the days where like there was always a good movie on Saturday TV at like in the afternoon, 1:00
Yeah.
or something. You'd always be like, "Oh, that's great."
I feel like Vegas Vacation wasn't that bad. Like I laughed at that. I thought that was decent.
Yeah, I thought it
but,
started
I
going
mean-
down from there.
Yeah, and I agree with you, but I don't think that was a bad movie. I mean, I liked it when I was younger when I saw it, but I did prefer, Christmas Vacation. That was like my all-time favorite. They want you to say grace.
Grace
The
died
blessing.
30 years ago.
Dude, I haven't seen that movie in so long.
It's so good, dude.
So
It's
long.
great.
Clark,
Is your house on fire, Clark?
I got a piece of government plastic in my hair. If this part of my head gets dented, my hair is just not going to look right.
Ain't gonna look right.
Every time she turns on the microwave, I piss my pants and forget
Put
my
some pants and forget who I. Yeah. Ah, shit. It's good stuff. Let's see these comments. What's up, everybody? What's going
Josh here says that Die Hard is the best Christmas movie, and I do have to agree
on?
with
Oh
him.
hell
there.
yeah!
Yes.
Yes.
Dude, you guys see the
Jack-
Nakatomi Plaza deck?
I have two.
Oh,
of
why
them. They're
not?
terrible. Yeah, they're
Tyler,
terrible.
you have it, right?
Have y'all
I
seen?
have two
y'all
of
been
them.
have y'all seen those like things on the internet of like people? They'll like get like a cardboard box and like line the inside with like foil, and they'll put it on the wall, and they'll have Bruce Willis coming through like the air duct on their Christmas
Yeah, I've seen that.
tree.
I've
That
seen
is
that.
so good.
Yeah, it's
That's funny.
amazing.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
So it's like an ornament, but it's Bruce Willis coming through the air duct.
That's
That
dope.
is
Have
too
you?
funny.
Did you guys? That's cup of noodles. So did you guys ever see? You guys watch The Office?
Yeah.
You know what? I was never got into The Office.
So okay, so for the cool people in here that have seen it, it's not. Have you seen it? It's do you watch it? Because real Office fans just have it on loop. Like it's just like
So
it's
I
just-
have watched
just-
it through start to finish, and I've never gone back. I'll be honest about that.
wow, that's crazy.
But there's a reason for that. There's only 2 TV shows I've watched more than twice. One of them is The Wire, which I've watched 4 times now, and I love The Wire. And the other was I just rewatched Sons of Anarchy.
Hmm.
So
I watched Buffy probably 3 or 4 times through. Dude, I don't know why you're laughing. Buffy was dope.
Buffy.
Buffy was dope.
Buffy.
That's for damn sure.
But that being said, yes, the reason I haven't watched The Wire, Office again, is because I have a million other things that I'm always trying to watch. I
And
download
there's
too
like
much television,
150 seasons.
No, there's like I think there's like 9, 10 seasons.
Yeah, that's a lot to go back and watch.
But there's one quote from Ryan when he's working in corporate, and he comes into the branch and he goes, "How's my favorite branch doing? Hey guys!" And it's like really cheesy, it's really corny, but he's like on his phone and he's just like, "1 second." He's turning into this like douche, like they call me a wonderkin, whatever that means. I don't know. I think it just means really successful for my age. I don't know. And but that quote, how's my favorite branch doing? Somebody took a cutout of him saying that, put the little speech bubble, and then used that as an ornament and put it on a branch. And I'm
That's
like,
funny. That is epic.
that's brilliant. That's
good.
brilliant. I have to do
Suicide
that.
Viking says The Office is on loop in the BG next to this stream right now. So there you go.
Yes. Yeah, you're my people. You're my people. What about Dexter? Have you guys seen the new season? Or do you follow Dexter?
I
haven't seen
am
the new
following it. I have not. I'm caught up actually on the newest episode.
New
So,
Blood?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I'm enjoying
Me
it. I'm
too.
curious to see where it's gonna go. I think they kind
Yeah.
of they took a different dynamic than they used to with the whole like uncovering the serial killer and the tracing of all of it. And I don't want to spoil anything for anyone who hasn't seen it, but I like the direction they're going, and I'm curious to
Yeah.
see how it really plays out. I think there's a lot of
Yeah.
possibility there. So
Yeah, no. I'm really excited about it. But also the fact that Michael C. Hall, he specifically said, I will not do this
Yeah.
unless the script makes sense. If I
Yeah.
can rally behind it, then I'm in. So
Yeah.
that's the only way I'm going to come in. Otherwise, I'm not going to do this. So it's not like he was looking for like, yeah, I'll just do it, whatever it is. So that right there, like the fact that Michael C. Hall himself, he believes in it so much that he's like, yes, like let's do this. Like I
Yeah.
can put my name behind this. That's what makes me happy. And I'm like, let's go. So, and it's now
Yeah.
starting to pick up and it's starting to get really good. I
It
hope they
really
make more
is.
seasons, bro. I hope they
so
make
too. I hope
more.
it's not one and done. They
It
could get
mi-
like
I
at
mean,
least
it-
2 or
it
3
might
out
be.
of it.
I mean, for all we know, this could be one season just to wrap up all of Dexter, or because it's Dexter New Blood, it
Yeah.
could be the beginning of something, more. Which
I mean, honestly,
would love.
if he didn't survive into a second season, but someone kind of stepped into his shoes, I think it would be worthwhile.
You guys are gonna spoil something.
No.
Let's just
There's
say,
nothing
yeah,
spoiled.
no, it's really worthwhile to watch. Honestly, I think the dynamic
Yeah.
of how they played it out was really good. Like, I think they did a
Yeah,
very good job.
Smart. It was smart.
Yeah, and I think they brought good questions to light immediately. They addressed them. They really played it out. Like, I think that was the biggest concern on my end too. Is like this could just be terrible or it could be great, and like
Yeah.
they did it right. So
I had high hopes only because of like how much like Michael Z. Hall believed in it, and I was like,
yeah,
I trust him, so I feel like he wouldn't do the Dexter character wrong. Like, I feel like he's got this immense respect for Dexter, so I think we could trust him in his judgment. So,
yes, without a doubt.
Josh, would you ever want to do another collab and with? Okay, comments are moving. With another Rhyme Sayers member? Yes, that's actually in the works right now. I plan on going through a few Rhyme Sayers. That would be dope. So my goal is to get my favorite rappers and make decks with them. It's very simple, but that's one of my goals, is to find, to pinpoint my favorites and then make something that is true to their art, true to their album artwork and their vibe, and make it all about their style and, intertwined with Orbit. So yes, there's more Rhyme Sayers coming down the pipeline for sure.
Dude.
I'd die if you did an Atmosphere or Prof Tech. Yeah.
You'll just have to keep an eye out, Josh, for sure.
Yeah.
I think we all know Chris's taste, and I think that's one of the great things about it. Chris always brings his taste to music to every live we have with him, and I think if you've listened to it, or if you want to go back and listen to some of the previous ones, I think you'll get a good idea for where you'll be able to see some of those collabs coming through.
Yo, it's Ali.
Yeah.
What up?
Atmosphere.
Papa, what's your favorite deck you have released? Also, John, thank you for the support, man. We really appreciate it. Steve
Thank you,
slacking
John.
on his duties here.
It's
so-
not a tumor.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. I'm on the wrong soundboard. I'm like, what do you mean it's not a Tuma? Thank you, John.
I should have responded with let's see, where is it? Damn it. I'm going
I know,
too slow.
trying to find
Do
shit
it.
sometimes is like, what?
I know. Yeah, damn it.
That's why instead of like
No.
one soundboard with
You
multiple
lost it.
like
You lost it,
panels, you
dude.
need
Go on.
one
Stop
soundboard with
it!
one panel.
My favorite one, like I'll be playing Warzone, and sometimes I'll play multiplayer, like just for fun.
Yeah.
And then I'll talk a bunch of shit to people and they'll be like, cool, you have a soundboard. And then it's like really quiet, and then all of a sudden you hear,
Fuck you.
it's just so direct and so to the point, and it's just Arnold's accent makes it so much funnier. It's
Dude,
great.
it's so
I love
good.
it.
It's so
I love
good.
the Arnold soundboard.
It's like this one.
Get fucked.
Oh my
Right.
God.
Yeah. Or
So let's
this
get-
one. This one's good.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh, Tyler has
Dude,
that
I
one.
have
Tyler
that
has that
skip
one.
right here.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Or here we go for an old school gaming one. Yeah.
That sounds like
Steve hates
Jackson,
that
too.
one.
That sounds
He
like
hates that one
Jackson
so
too.
Or if you want to go old school, I got old school for you.
All right, let's see. Oh, my
dude,
God!
nice.
Yes, yes.
And then if I ever lose, if I do really bad, then I'll hit this.
Oh, hi. Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
That's like exit. That's like
Yeah,
Xavier
X-
Spades, like intro
has
intro
that.
line. Anytime he pops on anywhere, I love it.
Yeah.
Dude, so, what's your favorite deck you have released?
Favorite deck. Damn. I think I have to say the Aesop Orbits.
Nice.
I think, and I think it's because the person who made the deck was the guy who made like Aesop's album artwork, and this dude has worked on like everything, like Transformers. Like he did like a poster for them
That's
in
so dope.
2011 or something like that. And it's insane what he's done. He's like my favorite artist now. So like now that I've dived into his like
What's his name?
portfolio, Koro.
He's a
Koro
fellow
Kaufman.
Jew. He's a Jew.
Correct. Yeah. Koro. Yeah, he's dope, dude. So I'm trying to like have him help me out with future decks as well. So,
Nice.
but yeah, that deck, he basically, the way he did it, he took Aesop's Spirit World Field Guide album artwork and just somehow made it into a back design. Obviously, I gave him direction, but
Right.
like it's a piece of art. So yeah, Aesop's are my favorite. I know our time is limited. So any other questions we got here?
Did we
in
do the giveaway
chat?
yet? Let's do that giveaway.
We didn't
Giveaway
have wrap
time.
it yet.
Let's get
so,
it, baby.
right, for anyone, get your last minute entries in here. I'm gonna be closing the entries in a quick second here. See those last minute exclamation mark raffles in the chat. Excuse me.
Hey, Chris,
Talk to me.
do you still sign decks?
Not really. Only if it's like if they're right in front of me and they ask. Like I'll never sign like 1,000 of them and be like, all right, come and get your limited edition
Oh, for sure.
Papa Orbit signed. Like I'm just a dude, bro. Like I'm just a
Yeah.
guy.
Spade
But, I mean, if
says,
somebody-
tell
if
Chris to
somebody
start
wants
playing
it.
some PC games.
Shut up! I am. I'm.
He wants
Dude.
friends who play Overwatch.
Oh, he wants me to play Icarus with him.
Dude, I'm still
that's-
trying to get into what happened to was the star one, Spade? The space one with the mining and shit.
I'm down, Spade. I'm down.
Starcraft?
Now,
get on.
StarCraft was a great old game, but now, all right, picking the winner. All right, and coming up in a quick second, let's see what we got here.
Let's go.
Star
Let's go. Let's go.
Citizen. Yeah, dude, what's up with Star Citizen? Congratulations, Twitter team. You're the winner of the spicy PC decks, the two slicer V2s, and the Orbit 8D8 Ace Up.
That's
Make
so
sure to send an email over to show@deckinaround.com. Give us your email or your address and information, and we will send that out your way. Congratulations.
Yeah. People
And for everyone who
winning.
didn't
Yeah,
win, thank you
boys.
for joining in. Make sure to stick around though, because we have giveaways every hour, pretty much all night long. These are going to be some great ones. There's some amazing decks in there. We still have some more. I think we still have some more orbits in the mix, maybe.
I don't think so.
I'm taking a look through here. Let's see. We got a ton of OPC. We got some really fun decks in here, guys. You do not want to miss out. So make sure to stick around. Obviously, we're running for the next 11 hours. So we have lots of time to hang out with all of y'all. Chris?
Yeah. And then, yeah, thanks for having me, guys. And if
Always.
anybody that wants to, if you want to check out my stream, I stream on Facebook Gaming and on Twitch.
There you go.
So Ali, there he is.
Yes,
So
Ali's the man.
Ali, he's always with me in all my streams,
He's
bro.
good people.
Like,
He's good people. We love
also,
Ali.
it's really late for him right now. It's very late for him right now. It's
Yes.
like
Yep.
I think it's like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. for him. But
Yeah.
but yeah. So So my name on Facebook Gaming is Papa Orbit. And then on Twitch, it's the Papa Orbit. So stop by, and I stream all the damn time now. So I'm trying to do that like 5 days a week. So just come in and vibe. Like what's great about streaming is I'm a nobody in that world. I'm nobody. So I have like 2 viewers, 3 viewers maybe, and I'm like, I got 4. Oh my god, I'm doing it. Look, mom. You know, like,
Living your
but
best
it's like.
life.
It's nice to feel like just like a nobody, like a noob, like ground zero. So it's cool to earn something. You know what I mean?
Evan, here you go.
You
You
know what?
asked
You've
what his
earned
Twitch name
everything.
was.
Yeah.
I just
you-
dropped the
you've
link
earned
in the
everything.
chat, so check it out.
Hell yeah.
Good to have you, man.
Dope.
We'll have you on very soon. Right.
All right.
Next release coming up.
You guys
We'll,
drink some coffee and don't overdo it.
We're gonna
Or
stay
do
alive
overdo
as
it.
best we
Yeah,
can.
we will
Make
overdo
for
it.
some good content.
We will overdo it.
Yeah. Steve,
Great.
if you open your mouth, do you puff up with that one? Looks like a blowfish.
How about this? Ready?
Oh my
Jeez.
god.
That is terrifying.
You think
Steve
that's
and-
terrifying, dude? Let me see. Ready?
But now, listen, don't do that face again. Don't do the creepy face.
No, I won't do that one. It's the other one. Where's the other one, which is like funny?
The
It was
triangle
funny-
face.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Ready, Jackson? This one's for you, Jackson.
Go. Oh my god.
Stop it!
Why do I look like I have black eyes?
Fuck you.
I don't know, man. It looks like you got beat up. It looks like your nose is broken too.
Dude, it looks
I
like my
think you-
mustache. I look like I
I
have
think
a
Steve
Trump
needs to like
stash.
realize what the filters are. I think that's what it is. What does the description on that one say?
Stop it. With all
It's called-
the filters.
Whatchamacallme. That's what it's called.
Anytime you need copyright-free sound bites, just hit up Jackson to impersonate Arnold for you.
All the filters.
Get down!
Get
Who
down!
told you you could eat my cookies? Put the
Oh,
cookie down
shoot.
now!
Chris.
Oh
Get
my
to
god,
the
that's
chopper.
creepy shit. Steve, get the
Chris, it was awesome seeing you.
Get to the chopper.
Thank you so
All right,
much
good
for
chilling,
coming on,
boys. Good
Chris.
chilling.
It was a
We love
pleasure,
you, brother.
man.
Have a good one.
For anyone who hasn't checked out Chris on streaming on Facebook or Twitch, go check him out, honestly. And if you haven't
Stop
picked up
by.
the new Orbits, he said there's
Yep.
less than 1,000 left, so go pick him up. Dude, thank you for everything you do, for coming on, for being just an awesome dude. We appreciate it,
Thank
man.
you for
And
everything you do
yes,
for the fucking
sir.
community. You
Yeah.
know what?
Love you
I
guys.
only wish that more
Love you
people
too,
would
man.
do the same thing you do. So thank you.
100%, man.
Just got to lead by example. Do what
100%.
you want others to do.
Well,
That's
dude,
it.
keep at it.
100%.
And we'll see you soon, all right, man?
All right, boys. You have
All
fun
right.
for the rest of the night.
Yeah,
We'll
you
do. See you, Chris.
All right, bye, everybody. Peace out. Papa Orbit, we out.
Dope-alicious.